Hey guys, Star Wars Fan 3 back with another video, and guess what guys, for the first time in the history of this channel, I review a movie that actually goes towards my name. Yay, cause I know some of you have been whining and moaning, why have I reviewed a freaking Star Wars movie? Why do you like Logan? Star Wars. I was actually just saving it for this, because The Last Jedi is coming out in a couple weeks, so I decided, you know what, screw it. Why not just do all 7, just straightforward one video. So yeah, without further ado, let's start the review.
When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing.
Now how this video is going to work is I'm going to do one take per episode. For example, one shot for Phantom Menace, and then it cuts to my Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, etc., etc. And yeah, and at the end I'm going to give out the grade for all of the Star Wars movies that I have reviewed at the end. So let's begin with the Phantom Menace. Now, just because my name is Star Wars Fan 03 doesn't mean I have to like every single Star Wars movie. For example, this one. I don't like this movie. Yeah, I honestly don't know what to say. Positives I have with the movie, the final fight scene, the Duel of the Fates, I actually thought that was a really good fight scene. Darth Maul, I thought he had potential. Qui-Gon Jinn, I thought was an alright character. Same with Obi-Wan in the movie. And also, there were some other action moments that I liked. But yeah, other than that, the movie's really not good at all. Like, there's a boring political stuff, and we also have the annoyances of Jar Jar Binks and Anakin Skywalker. I actually do feel bad for Jake Lloyd because the crap he suffered after being Anakin Skywalker. And yeah, overall, I did not like this movie at all. And a lot of people would put Attack of the Clones as their least favorite, but honestly, I actually have to say Phantom Menace is my least favorite. And why is Attack of the Clones not my least favorite? I'll explain that right now. So, Attack of the Clones, don't get me wrong, this movie is bad. The movie is an overabundance of CGI. It's overlong, despite the fact that it's only 6 minutes longer than Phantom Menace, and it's actually 9 minutes shorter than Last Jedi, as it was recently revealed. The movie is boring. There's this romance story that didn't need to be there. And yeah, and I'm probably going to do a separate video of my thoughts on Attack of the Clones in the same style that I did with Batman vs. Superman. Because this movie actually did have Phantom Menace on me. Because I actually did really like this movie as a kid. But this movie, I actually did like some aspects of it. For example, I liked how we finally got to see Yoda fighting someone. Qui-Gon Jinn, I actually think that he isn't really that bad of a villain. And also, the Battle of Geonosis was actually a really good scene, where we got to finally see the clones attack, and Jango Fett was also a really good character. Now, why is this movie better than The Phantom Menace? It's because this movie was more necessary than The Phantom Menace. I mean, like, in a way, like, they were all necessary because 3 movies, but, like, you don't really need to watch The Phantom Menace to have any context. You don't even really need to watch this one. But, like, this one does have some information that you might want to know. But who cares? There's only one necessary prequel, and we all know what that is. So now we're on to Revenge of the Sith, aka what is probably the most polarizing Star Wars movie. It's actually one of the most polarizing movies I have come across. And yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. I actually love this movie. There are a lot of people that hate it, but I actually am a really big fan of it. I really liked all the action sequences and the characters I really liked. And the story, a lot of people actually found it to be cliched and everything, but I actually found it really interesting. And a lot of people didn't really like Hayden Christensen, and I'll admit he wasn't the best choice for Anakin. But in this one, he was horrible, unlike in Attack of the Clones, where he was not good. And yeah, also the effects looked gorgeous. Like Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, those had good effects, but they were basically CGI fests. Whereas in this one, there is actual scenes of humans interacting without any VFX. Whereas in the Phantom Menace, there's only one shot that doesn't even have any CGI or anything. So yeah, overall, I actually loved the Revenge of the Sith. So now we are off of the prequel trilogy. So now let's move on to the one that everyone likes. So now we move on to Star Wars, aka A New Hope, which is the only Star Wars movie nominated for Best Picture. And I honestly do think more should be nominated for Best Picture. And when I was younger, I used to really not like this movie as much as everyone did. I still really did like it, but not really as much. But now, I honestly love the movie. The movie has great story. Darth Vader is probably one of the best villains ever. And, like, the mysteriousness of his character, I really liked in the movie. And also, it was very creative. The score by John Williams was beautiful. And the practical effects, I'll get to the special effects maybe in a separate video. But the practical effects were honestly really gorgeous. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about Star Wars. So now we are at The Empire Strikes Back, which is considered to be one of the like, it was considered to be a really disappointing movie at the time it came out, and nowadays it's considered to be one of the best movies ever made, and I can certainly agree to that, because Empire Strikes Back is a really good movie. It has really, it was not afraid to go dark, and I actually really did like that about the movie, and they also were able to, like, utilize some more stuff they built on Star Wars, and it's one of those examples where they, like, try to make it bigger, but it actually works. Sometimes that doesn't really work with second installments, but in this movie it works perfectly for that. And yeah, I liked all the characters, and the score was good again, and also the practical effects. And yeah, and also before I do this, I will actually mention that I did develop a new term that I actually did make up, and it's called Empire Strikes Backing, which is basically the reverse of Phantom Menace. You don't like it on first viewing, but it becomes better and better upon repeat viewing. So yeah, that's what I have to say about Empire. So now we're on to the final installment of the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi. And a lot of people think it's the worst installment of the trilogy. Hell, even X-Men Apocalypse made a joke about that. I didn't like X-Men Apocalypse overall, but I thought that joke was clever in the movie. But I'm going to say this right now, it's actually my favorite of the original trilogy. And yeah, this movie I honestly thought was excellent. It was one of the a great conclusions. One of my favorite conclusions to a trilogy of all time, along with Dark Knight Rises. And the OT is also one of my favorite trilogies of all time, along with Dark Knight. And yeah, this movie was excellent, start to finish. I like what they did with Palpatine, and yeah, Vader, the emotional connection between Vader and Luke was honestly really good, and like when you see Vader dying, you can actually feel bad, because even though he did those bad things to people in New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, and depending on when you were when the order you're watching these movies, Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One, but you still feel bad for him, because like he was a good person, and he's starting to become a good person, and he's dying now. And yeah, this is honestly really good movie. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. And yeah, this movie was excellent. And now we are finally at the last review of this video, The Force Awakens. And yeah, I know this isn't a popular opinion, but this is my favorite Star Wars movie. Not just that, it's my favorite movie of the decade. Hell, it's my favorite movie of the damn century. Yeah, this is how much I love this movie, because this pretty much got everything right. And a lot of people give that crap that, oh, it's just a rehash of A New Hope. Yeah, I think I might go in depth on that sooner or later, I don't know. But yeah, this movie is an excellent film. Everything I ever wanted. Kylo Ren was great as a villain. And all the acting was great from oldies such as Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher to new people like John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, and Daisy Ridley. So yeah, I am honestly really, I honestly really like this movie. I was not disappointed by it at all, and I will never understand why this movie gets the hate it gets. Now, I am going to film my conclusion to this video, but before I do, I'm going to make out with the girl on the top middle of this Blu-ray, so be right back. Damn, that was a great time. Oh, okay. It's filming, okay. So I'm going to give the Phantom Menace a D. Attack of the Clones a D+. And just slap an A+ on the rest of them. And so we are finally done talking about the Star Wars movies leading up to The Last Jedi. But we still have more Star Wars videos to talk about. Probably by the time Solo comes up, I'd be finished talking about everything I need to talk about Star Wars. But for now, I'm just gonna say my goodbyes. This is Star Wars Fan 3 signing off. See y'all next time.